here from the usual Sunday stream. Another deck profile for CNC2 today. Just a moment to get things set up here. So today I'm showcasing a fun list here. It's very combo oriented and it gets to play some very big flashy plays. Got two versions of it right now, although this is the one I'm leaning towards still. I'll call this deck Sun Eater, because if you know much about Fenrir lore or any of the apocalyptic wolf lore, they have to do with eating the sun. We've got the Dawn Sword here, and it just seems appropriate. But other than that, so what this deck's all about is Ragnarok, which is destroy the board and then summon stuff for free. And so you could play this more like a traditional war party list from CNC1, but we want to make this more of a combo deck. So instead we're running Joan Vive. Her ability is a really interesting one. It allows you to either steal initiative, or if you already have initiative, you can effectively skip your opponent's turn. So what this does is it lets you nuke the board, because keep in mind, Ragnarok does reduce your opponent's cards as well, so it can be a little risky to play if your opponent has a good hand. But if you combo with... Oh boy, stumbling over my words already here. If you combo it with the Dawn Sword here, that means you get to nuke the board, play your hand, then play her, and your opponent's turn gets skipped, and that tends to just end games right away. Now, if you can't pull off the combo, or if you don't have initiative, we are still working with a pretty high curve and a lot of draw, so that you should still be able to outvalue your opponent. Ideally, you want to be playing Ragnarok when your opponent has initiative, so that way it'll switch back to you, but you'll have to do whatever you gotta do. Depends on the match here. So on to the rest of the deck here. So we've got a lot of draw, just because it is a combo-oriented list. So first here we've got Journey of the Desert, which searches for knights. I have two choices, Beastmaster and the Dawn Sword here. And Dawn Sword's part of the combo, and then Beastmaster, I only have one beast in the deck, Fenrir. So just right here gives me a lot of consistency to be able to find the combo by itself. After that, we've got Call to War. We've got our two big warriors. These help you outvalue your opponent, even if you don't have initiative, and Minotaur's usually actually sort of the third part of the combo, because he just hits so hard. Fenrir hits hard too, but like, Minotaur two-shots the enemy castle, and that's what you're looking for. So he's the one you aim at the opponent's empty board at the castle. So we've got books, card that's almost an auto, like books and priest are those cards that are, if you're not playing some sort of specific faction, or like warriors or undead or something like that, you're going to run them. Like, they're super good. The only time I skip them is when I'm just really tight on synergistic space. Then Reconciliation, heal, draw, install. Dragon Shield, heal, draw, install. Make it Southport. This speeds an otherwise very slow deck up quite a bit. It also used to be really important for our mana cost, but Fenrir recently went down 2 mana, which has been pretty huge for the deck, because it was really hard to play Fenrir and Ragnarok, especially back to back. basically couldn't run any other mana at all if you want to do it. But now that he's gone down a couple points, we can afford the Dragon Crest Shield, or we can afford, losing a mana tower for a turn or two. And, or even better, ideally, we get to use Bink's mana ability to pull out Fenrir even earlier. Harpy, just a really good stall card. Flyers can body block, reduce enemy's level, and this deck is all about just trying to stall for time. So that's where we're focused on. Draw cycles, stall. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole deck. So let's see if we can find ourselves a match. Thanks for stopping by. Batcherino. Let me hit up the Discord, see if we can get somebody in here with us. And while we wait for other folks, let's talk about some of the deck's other versions. So here's another one, a newer one. Basically, I've trying to run a little bit of the freeze engine here, just because Shattering Strike can be so strong. So Frost Giant, Freezing Pillar, and Shattering Strike. It's just a really cool package, but it's really hard to find things to take out of the deck, so it was rather tough to fit. Let's see, we took out the Warrior Draw and our 6-cost Warrior, and that fit those two parts. But then I think I had to draw Bank to fit Frost Giant, which doesn't feel great, just because, well, sure, this is a strong package. Losing Bank definitely slows the deck down. It's already really slow. So I'm still trying to fuss with this. I really like having that freeze package, but I'm ultimately not sure if it's going to work, because we really do have to give up some important utility to fit it. And if I draw, I could drop Harpy back for Bank or something, but then our unit count's getting really uncomfortably low, which doesn't feel good either. So this is another strong option, but it's even slower because of that. Plus the mana cost can get a little problematic sometimes. Alright, and speaking of mana costs, when it comes down to it, you don't have to play the big combo for the deck. You can always just, if you want to try and save your mana for the combo, but, in a pinch, you can just play the Dawn Sword or a Minotaur if you gotta. Hey, looks like we got a match. Who did we find? Rabicat. Alright, don't need the Harpy. I'm going to keep the cheap Fenrir. Sometimes I'll replace it, if I've got a bunch of the Beastmasters, but let's try to keep the cheap one so we can make this go off a little bit faster. We'll keep the rest of our cycles here, because these will help us draw our Dawn Sword, which is the other important part of our combo. I'm going to go ahead and be aggressive with the Beastmaster. Ultimately, you generally want to play pretty defensive, but I like to put out a little bit of pressure when I can. I'm definitely not, it's not worth playing the Dragon Crest Shield, but I am going to bluff here. I'm expecting that we're up against a Kraken deck. Another really fun combo deck that I plan to do some featuring in the not too distant future. And it's starting to get a little awkward here. But we can always just get some mana this turn. A little extra mana never hurts. It means we can afford the Dragon Shield. It means we can do the fancy bank play. Ooh, nothing to play this turn. That's alright, but that's okay. We're not getting aggroed down. I think we will just roll with getting more mana. Could alternatively play Reconciliation, but we'll save that for next turn. Our hand size is getting a little concerningly large here. We do have plenty of a low curve. Yep, there's that Kraken. Well, let's see if we can dig up a turn for the play, or play for the turn. Still really not finding anything here. But we can keep just chugging away at our mana. That way we can afford to play a Minotaur or a Drumbeat if we got it here. In a very awkward hand. You know, we got all our combo early, but we just did not get any of our early plays. And I've got a pretty decent amount, but it happens sometimes. Luckily we're not getting aggroed down, and even if we were, we've got the Dragon Quest Shield, so we're just going to keep plugging away at the mana here. Just so that we can play a big body if we need to. Hand continues to be very awkward, but that's okay. I do want to be careful of giving that Kraken a leapfrog to my castle here, so we'll play Sword Arms up here. He'll clean this off for us. I think he'll kill the priest too. 17 health. Yeah, I think he'll kill the priest. Ooh, there's the big Amplified Kraken. That's gonna get real dangerous. Really? Ooh, that's split too. How big's this? Even that second one's going to be a pretty big threat here. And I'm in a bit of trouble. Let's see. No storm, though, so that gives us a little bit of wiggle room. But these Krakens are about to come out. Fenrir is still not here yet. What we really need to do is find a bank so that we can get Fenrir out next turn. So with that in mind, I'm going to play the library here. Well, it doesn't have any storm right now, so that means potentially we could get lucky. So I'm playing a bit of a gamble here, because if he does have storm, he'll be able to run in with the big Kraken, and then I'm just doomed. But I'm just going to have to roll with that for now. And that was not a good place to play the priest, but oh well. It will still be on initiative, so that will help a bit here. And I might be able to stall it out with the dragon shields, but this is going to be... We're definitely in some trouble here. There's bank. It's just a little too late, though. We're still going to need the bank to have hope at surviving here. So we're going to need that to be able to afford a banner and a dragon shield. We do have 2 dragon shields, so we just might still be able to pull this off. So first, let's get the bank down. We need that to survive. And I need to play a dragon shield this turn to survive. Okay, I guess we'll play a Beastmaster. And we'll play Reconciliation. Alright, so now I think we survive the turn. Well, we'll survive the turn. And then it's just a question of, can a Finra plus another Dragon Shield get us through the next turn? A big part of it's going to come down to whether he has Storm or not. If he doesn't have Storm, I think we win this. Those are some very big Krakens. Well, even if he does have Storm, we might still be okay just from the Dragon Shields. Ooh, there's the Storm. Nothing I can do about that. Oh, actually, that's Storm. I've given him a big checker pattern. He may actually be killing me. Whoops! Dang. It was close. A closer game than he may have realized. Because we were about to just nuke that whole board. But yeah, I guess I should have just accepted that the one was going to get to my face. I should not have given him the checker patterns, but I was sort of feeling like, well, he doesn't have Storm, so I may as well try to keep this away from me in the meantime. But that being said, once he had the Storm, yeah, what I should have done is just not given him any checker patterns and saved the Dragon Shield so I could do a duo Dragon Shield for next turn. That way I still could have pulled it off. It was a much closer game than he may have realized. I think I could have had that one if I'd done it slightly different. Okay, at least we actually have an early game play. Well, I guess we got our Beastmasters last game. We just never got any of our mid-cost things. He did have a pretty glorious hand there. Yeah, I guess he never got the spell trap though, so really it just came down to the fact that I was a little too slow on the draw and then gave him a checker pattern for those Krakens. So we're just trying to whittle away his field and buy our time here. Interesting. Ran off with the thief. Wasn't really a reason to do that. Small mistakes happen. Alright, so we've got the majority of our combo here. Really, we have all the combo we need now. It's just a matter of surviving. He's trying to protect the books from my priest. He's pulled it out of range. So instead I'm going to body block with Beastmaster, then I'm going to pass back and force him to try and do some trading into Beastmaster, and then I can heal the Beastmaster up. Although if he wants to just end the turn, I'm happy with that as well. Or I miscalculated the thief's ability to kill him, but that's fine. It was taking a kill on the thief and then on the books on my following turns, so that works for me. I'm unfortunately out of Fenris to draw with Beastmaster, but I still think our play here is going to be Library and Beastmaster, unless we... okay, we can... Alright, so now we have all the combo stuff we want in our hand, including Dragon Crusher. Ooh, deck. Spooky. Well, Meek is not hitting as hard as it used to now. But I think we're in decent shape. Let's see what we can do here. So, I don't want to kill this book. That's just a given. And then I think I'm going to want to go ahead and trade into that. Getting some heals on that Meek target's going to be a little bit rough to deal with. Hopefully, Master at Arms can get enough work done here. So what's this thing doing at full health now? It's looking at 37 health at full. And okay, so I can't one-shot it with Master at Arms. Or maybe, we'll see what happens. To keep Master at Arms out of reach of these mages. Actually, I failed to keep Master at Arms out of reach of those mages because of the hook pulls, so another small mistake there. Oh, it's going to run with the hooks. Interesting. That Spirit Bomb is... oh boy, that Spirit Bomb is going to hurt. Well, time to get here. Okay, so I think... let's see here. I do want to rebuild my mana tower, but... actually, let's first heal our castle, see what we draw. Harpy, okay. That'll work for me. Let's get some good heartbeat value right here. Alright, I don't want... So, the heartbeat's not living through the turn no matter what, so what's the most value I can get out of a harpy attack right now? Probably against the rusty hooks. Yeah, I think smashing into the hooks is my best bet here. Getting close to the Venra turn, but we keep not finding banks, so we're having to play the slow way. Let's just hope we can pull it off this time. Pretty sure he stole that bank from me. We're not on initiative, so playing Master of Arms isn't going to go great right now, but I think it's still really all in play. Probably going to want to save the Dragon Crest Shield for next turn, but because I could Dragon Crest Shield the Master at Arms, but my mana's a bit of a concern right now. Let's go ahead and let's just play the Master at Arms, see where that takes us. I want to keep him out of Maddie's reach. So even, it's keeping him out of Maddie and Hook reach. Requires that I backline. He's going real hard on the aggression now, which is definitely going to hurt here. But will he give me the chain? Well, yeah, he did give me one chain. Not a great one, but it could be worse. Next turn we're probably going to need to start Dragon Cresting to stay alive here. And if he moves the attack paradigm, it's just going to give me another big chain. No. Okay, that's sort of what I was expecting there. Okay, so let's... Okay, this is actually the Fenrir turn. But I think we die if we play the Fenrir. I don't have the mana to play the Ragnarok this turn anyway, so first let's go ahead and heal a little bit. That's a nice harpy. And I think we're going to gain some mana. Actually, I'm not worried about dying now, am I? So perhaps I save the Dragon Crest Shield for next turn. Yeah, I think we save it for next turn to ensure that we no longer worried about that. So we'll go ahead and Mana Burst now just in case he does something weird to my mana tower here. And we're just going to hold off for the Dragon Quest till next turn to ensure we survive the Ragnarok. Health's getting dangerously low, but I think we'll be okay with Dragon Crest Shield next turn. It's going to be a little close, though. Yeah, there is a chance we may still die even playing the Dragon Crest. I'm hoping it'll be enough. I think between the Dragon Crest and being able to kill one of these threats will be alright. Alright, let's see. How much? Okay, yeah, I think we're good. And now it is time for the big play here. All we gotta do is survive this turn, and we should be golden. This. So we definitely survive the turn now. As we'll get a little chip damage on his castle since everything else is about to die. Still going to be close, because if he's running like Storm Blast, there's the potential he could just burn us to death. But, you know, we do have another Dragon Crest Shield in hand, so I think we're going to survive next turn regardless. It's going to be a little close, though. And we got the perfect to do it on our initiative, so aim the Minotaur, play a few Finrars. Play a Harpy, because why not? Mana Tower down, so we need that for Dragon Crest. We may as well use the rest of our mana here, or our gold, as much as we can anyways, and then Joan Vive time to steal the initiative, come in, get the whack, and then we'll have a second Joan Vive on our turn to ensure we're going to get the first whack again. And we have enough to play Dragon Crest Shield in case he tries to kill us with a burn spell. And that's Ragnarok. Just glad how we got 2 Dragon Crest Shields, so he's definitely not killing us. Or... right, Multi-Strike is a burst spell. I guess I should have just played my Dragon Crest Shields. Well, that was really embarrassing and unfortunate. I could have 100% avoided that if I just played my Dragon Crest Shields instead of trying to be sneaky with them. And there's no reason for me to be sneaky with them. I had that in the bag if I just played them. I didn't think he had a... I didn't even know there was a burst spell that... that did damage to castle. I know there's tons of burst spells that do damage to units, but yeah, so unit. Okay, decay can now, but no, I do have time to respond to that. Multi-strike can. Didn't know multi-strike was burst, which does track. Pretty much everything in ninjas is burst. Okay, so no, that was 100% our game. If I wasn't being silly there, I'm going to chalk that one up to Streamer's Curse. If I was a little more focused, I think I would have played the Dragon Crest Shields. Just to ensure things. Yeah, Flash Grenade I know is a burst spell, but that one requires a unit, which he didn't have. Okay, so that was... Oh, okay, Spirit Blast can hit Castle too. Alright, so Spirit Blast's mere existence means I should have absolutely just played those Dragon Crest Shields before passing, but well. Mistakes happen, you learn from them, and hopefully I'll never make that mistake again. Yeah, should have been an easy win for us there, but well. I think I'm pretty happy with this hand. No, I'll toss the Harpy and the Dragon Crest Shield for now, because I do want to try and dig for a bang. Hey, we got the bank, so we'll finally get to go off a little faster this game. So, definitely more of the hands we like to see. Early game plays, bank. We've got the 9 gold Fenrir ready to go. We've got another journey. We do still need to find ourselves Joan Vive. I'm guessing we're up against proper Blizzard. I'm going to try to bait out this Arctic Explorer's attack before putting our priest in danger. Nah, he's not falling for it. That's okay. I'll go ahead and hit the castle now. Looks like a good bank turn. Okay, we've got the Joan Vive. We've got everything we need. Now we just need to survive for a little bit here. And survival is looking promising. Perhaps I should have pulled the book back just to body block. That would have likely been better than getting greedy on the kills here. But if I hadn't done that, then next turn, or even this turn, he could have blizzarded to get some extra value. And then they would have both been able to reach castle initiative. So I think I still made the right call there, even though it didn't feel great. He may force us into playing a Joan Vive here. That is a lot of aggression that we're having to handle. Which doesn't feel great, but we've got some banks. Let's see how much work. Yeah, we need to play the Joan Vive here, otherwise we're really gonna get. There's just gonna be too much pressure on us. We're gonna have double banks, so we should be able to recover our mana. So we're gonna go ahead, get this Joan Vive down, because I need to take better control of this board here. Joan Vive should give us some time to recover here. I don't think there's... no, we should probably pull him back just in case. It's looking like we're definitely playing the Reconciliation. Ooh boy. Getting real dangerous here. That needs to happen. Okay. And we've got a body block for got double body block for Brynjolf, so we can stall that off, but I think it is time to throw down another bank here. Because we really need to start trying to recoup our lost resources here. Oof, we're getting beat up. Alright, I think I actually want to damage that Brynjolf. I don't think I do. That's actually dangerous. So I'm going to take out this threat and heal up Jonebeeve. And we'll call that good for the moment. Okay, so I think we're going to play a Fenrir. We don't have the mana of the Ragnarok, but that's okay. Like, Fenrir is still just a big body, and that'll give us a little bit of time to recoup on things here. I do believe that is still just our play. So I've got two choices. I can try to protect the bank from the Brynjolf. And I'm on initiative, so I'm going to block castle here. And then we're going to see where that takes us. Because basically I need to... Like, I don't want to give up the bank if I can avoid it. But I need to make sure that he doesn't have a way to clear the priest and sneak Brynjolf onto my face. That's a bit of an issue here. That's a big issue, actually. I can kill it. That's still going to cause chain problems. And if I go to kill it, then Brynjolf makes it to my face, which is equally bad. Ooh, this is tough. I guess I just sort of have to hope that... Well, this needs to happen no matter what. Let's do this. I'm going to protect my bank. And we just have to pray that we don't die to this chain. Like, actually, I probably should have just attacked the Master at Arms. That was a fool. Like, if I damaged it, I would have been more likely to survive. Alright, well, he didn't chain on... Uh-oh, this is really bad. Is that going to... Whew, I am alive, however. I don't know if I'm going to be alive. Is that a permanent or just one up for the turn? Okay, just this round. Still, may not be winning this one since I don't have the mana to cast Ragnarok. Even if I did, it's going to be a bit slow. Maybe taking another win off of me. It's not how we like our deck profile stream days to go, but yeah, it's okay. Can't win them all. Last game, I'm still pretty confident I could have won if I hadn't made such a silly mistake. Well, in combat, let's see what we can do. We've got some Dragon Crest shields, but with that tiny sliver of health, I don't think Dragon Crest is actually going to help us much. Oh, snap! And he played Jonebeeve. Alright, well, okay. Well-deserved victory for him there. I don't think there was much we could have done differently this time. Big boy Brynjolf. That's a shame. We had really everything going for us, too. We had the double bank, we had the early Fenrir, but now we just got overwhelmed that time. Well, let's see if we can take at least one game off of them before we wrap up for the day. Yeah, I think it's still a solid B tier list. Like, I know my performance here hasn't been great, but like it's very strong. Uh, Meta's a little fast for it, but it's pretty good at biding its time and stalling. Uh, it's certainly no A-list deck, and that's okay. It'd probably may not be a good thing if it was an A-list deck, because just super stall into combo wombo can make some people unhappy. So I think it's in a good place. I am pretty happy with it. I think it is a strong deck. It can beat just about anything, but it doesn't have a positive win rate against a lot of things too. It's got like a 40, just under 50%. Well, it's a very good deck, very strong. That's a lot of fun. And if things were to slow down a little bit in the meta, it would perform really well. Rabbitcat's going to head out on us. We may end up having to be our first deck profile without some wins on it. That's a little unfortunate. I'm still going to count that game too, though, as a win personally, because it should have been had I just not messed it up. Well, let's just grab at least one round against the AI, at least to get a victory here some way. It hardly counts, but at least I can try to just demonstrate how. Alright, you guys did get to see the full combo in effect, but that's alright. We're just gonna play one game with the AI here so we can at least see that victory screen, and then we'll call it a day. If we lose to the AI, though. Oh, jeez. Well, we've got everything going for us here. We just need to find a Joan Leave. Do I play the bank or do I play the reconciliation? I think we just play the bank. Oh boy. This hyper aggressive AI list. Just if I lose to the AI, oh boy. Time to rework the deck again. Maybe revisit the freeze variant. Freeze variant is very good. Like, it does just have some really strong options. I probably should have. Maybe we'll do a follow-up stream next week and try some of its other variants out and maybe see if I can change anything here. Mostly chalking this day up so far to bad luck and silly mistakes. Interesting. AI just pulled its imp back. I wonder why. Big dragons are coming very soon. Now the shark just barely survives. This is fine. Beyond initiative. And the AR decks are pretty scary now that myself and the other playtesters ended up building them. Okay. I want to recoup some mana though, so first let's go down the library and then that much extra mana. Let's see. So we're going to get one next turn. Now we do need all the mana if we want to play Ragnarok next turn, so I don't need to bluff against the AI. And there's that Raka. Oh boy. Good thing we've got Ragnarok prepped for next turn. Oh hey, Ark is here. Maybe we will get one more game before we close out the day. Alright, well, we get to play the Ragnarok, which fairly well secures this game for us. So things are supposed to go when I don't make silly mistakes or get high rolled to death. I'm just going to go ahead and pass. All everything here is going to die, so none of it matters. Goodbye field. And got it nice and perfect on the initiative there. Now we just get to do our full wombo combo here. Let's see, get some extra mana back. Okay, call that good for now. I got Drone Beep. Now that's how things are supposed to go. You guys saw it happen once, but then I messed it up and died to Burst Burn. Yeah, Dragon decks, they're pretty popular in the meta right now, but like Ragnarok specifically eats Dragon decks alive because they're just a little bit slow. Although that being said, no, I just need to go ahead and Dragon Shield one of my guys so he can't kill it with the dragons, and then that's should be another nice easy win for us. Well, I say another nice easy win for us. We haven't actually won this stream. Well, let's see if we can get a real game in here with... Ooh, what happened to my lobby? Who did our other challenger go? Out back on the Discord, see if I could get him to come back. May end up calling it a day, though, if we don't get anyone in the next minute here. Well, we'll give folks just a moment, and I'm going to step away for a little bit, and then we'll either get our last game or wrap it up for the day. Hey, there's our last match. Alright, see if we can find those banks. Still not a bad hand. Turn 1 play, turn 2 play, Fenrir in hand. Just making sure the sniper can't hit anything but the front of that knight's shield. What's a sniper? It's interesting. I'm guessing it's a meek deck again. Hard to say, though. Blank. Good deal. Well, we're just missing Joan Beeve at this point. Likely books and library play turn here. Let's play the library first, just in case that changes what we may want to do. Actually, no, because if I play the library first, he can sneak the Drake into a spot that I can't get it. So we'll play the books, and we can play the library in a little bit better of a spot. Yeah, ultimately, as I've said, we don't need to have Joan Beeve to play, but hopefully we'll find her. Yeah, this early Meek is gonna be a bit rough, but hopefully we'll be alright. We've got Priest and we've got books, so we'll at least be able to whittle it down. Let's get some of these simple stuff. Oh, we're playing Priest, that's gotta happen. It's just then a question of, do we... I think we play the call and then get a mana off of Southport. Yep, that's the play. Oof, Gerd. Yeah, just in all kinds of danger right now. Yeah, we may not be winning this one either. We're just not gonna get a win in our bag against a Ruth Laver today. A little unfortunate. Yeah, because unless I draw a Dragon Crest Shield, I'm just dead. I swear it's a pretty decent deck, but we've been running into some very aggressive lists that have been getting very strong hands. Might be able to survive with just some heal spam here. There's the Dragon's Crest. Probably want to try and survive with our health and save Dragon's Crest for the next turn. Although if he plops another Meek down, we are very dead. Those heals from Emergen. Oh boy, there's another Meek. Yep. Okay, we're not actually dead. We're just very close to dead. I have a feeling that Dragon Shield isn't even going to save us, though. Alright, so we can play the Dragon Shield. Oh, another Dragon Shield. Okay, so we can definitely live through the turn if we were desperate enough to play both Dragon Shield. But then we're going to have a pretty hard time actually surviving and winning next turn if we do that. I think I need to just... Oh, this is tough. So next turn we will be on 9, so we'll be able to play the Fenrir. Very tough. I think I need to play the Master at Arms. Oh wait, no, he's going to be able to transform Emergen. No, wait, okay, there is a wolf there, so if we play the Master at Arms, we can get a good chain going there. And I'm not going to have enough mana to play the Ragnarok right away, which is going to hurt. But, you know, just maybe we can buy ourselves another turn with Dragon Quest Shield. Cycling with dampens. Oof. It's going to transform the bird or not. It's not really a right call there, because if it transforms the bird, then I get Fortify. Because the lightning will do more damage to the bird. Okay, he did go for the transform, which I think actually works in our favor. Because I hit the wolf, I'll chain all 3, and then Priest can actually kill the Emergen now. Which might keep us in this just barely. I'm not sure, though, because we still may be dead even with the Dragon Shield. But we're going to do what we can here. Perhaps we can draw... I think I played all 3 heals, didn't I? Yeah, we're in a bit of trouble no matter what. If we can survive and stabilize, we can potentially pull this around, but him being on initiative is going to make this rough. Oh, we know we have to play the Dragon Quest Shield, otherwise we're definitely dead. And then it's just a question of, can we survive? Okay. Alright, feels bad having to do it, but we're in a situation where we cannot afford to be saving our mana. We need to play the Joan Vive just to ensure we don't die immediately, which will then let us get a chain in and kill the Drake with Priest. Alright, so we're still in this, albeit only barely here. Just hanging on by the skin of our teeth here. Oh no. The sniper was still able to do it. Dang. I thought the Dragon Crest shield plus all that damage was going to do it. Dang, we just about stabilized there. Well. That is all I have time for today. A little unfortunate that we didn't take a win off of a real player. I still say we at least have one we can count as a win if I hadn't messed it up, but we had a lot of very close games there. And I demonstrated the deck does have some very fun, very powerful combos. Doesn't always work out for you. We'll see if we can try its other variant another time. So, thanks for coming by, those that did. Not quite the performance I was hoping for, but I still had fun. It's a fun list. We'll catch you all next time.